Gran Turismo. I went to an early screening today, and it's very odd. I went with my family. I don't usually go to the movies with my family. Sometimes we do. Sometimes if there's a really big movie out, we'll go together after I've already seen it. Because I gotta watch every movie right away, but we all decided to go to this early screening, and surprisingly, my mom really liked this movie. My mom doesn't like a lot of movies. She doesn't really like movies, to be honest. So that was cool. I went and kind of enjoy it. I thought it was okay. I thought there were some really great aspects about this movie, like performances. David Harbour did a really good job. He was a standout for me. I thought Neil Blomkamp's direction and a lot of the action scenes was really cool, and it was really well put together. I just mainly thought that this movie was kind of like Blue Beetle for me. Blue Beetle's a 7 out of 10. It's a fun movie. It has things that make it stand out just enough. Like for this movie, it's the direction and the acting, right? But they're both kind of feeling a little generic and not as strong as they could be. This movie is the stereotypical underdog movie, like there's the old curmudgeon guy who, he's gotta help the underdog, type thing. You know the tropes I'm talking about. If you ever seen an underdog movie or sports movie, you know what I'm talking about. They do enough to make it its own thing, and there's a lot of powerful, strong emotions. It's better than it has any right to be, right? Because the movie just kind of looked whatever. I actually enjoyed a lot of this movie, and I would watch it again. It's an entertaining movie, and I actually recommend seeing it in a theater. If you can see it in IMAX, it'd probably be great with a lot of the racing sequences. I'm not going to just because I spend a lot of time at movie theaters. I get a lot of things I need to watch. Don't need to be spending extra money when I don't have to, too. But it's cool. I really enjoyed this movie. I really enjoyed the vibe of it and stuff. It sounds like I'm kind of rambling a bit, but if you're my channel, it's normal for you. But I'm still like, I just don't have a lot to say about it, just because it didn't give me a lot to say. There wasn't a lot here, unfortunately. I did want to address one thing with this movie. I haven't been addressing it a lot on the channel just because I don't really have a reason to. I do support the actors and writers strike. And one thing about this movie is it's gotten delayed, and they've had all these early screenings trying to get the fans to promote it, and they've been really talking about this movie, like stuff. So you got a lot of people going out to see this movie and really, really love this movie. And that's great. I actually think this is really cool that Sony's doing. I feel like that might be better because sometimes actors always don't always know what they're gonna say. They gotta lie to you a little bit, be like, oh, it might just be better to let the audience react and then them talk about the movie, depending on what it is. Because I don't think that I think that might actually help this movie out. I think this might actually be the big box office winner of August, other than Ninja Turtles, just because Blue Beetle's doing whatever it's gonna do, and some of these other ones are doing whatever they're gonna do. But this one, I've been seeing a lot of people talk about it. People want to see it, and it's good. It's a really strong movie for what it is. It's not, Also, I'll be honest, I don't get into a lot of these racing car movies. I didn't like Ford versus Ferrari, stuff like that. Just not my style of movies. But this is one I can definitely enjoy and see why people really like this one. And I hope that anybody going to check this out enjoys it, I guess. But my mom was like, "This is one of the best movies I've ever seen." I'm like, "All right, calm down. It's not that good." I took her to the movie The Whale, and she hated it. So my mom is not the best person to ask about movies. But she also enjoyed Dungeons and Dragons, so